owner Lloyd Williams has won his 6th Melbourne Cup after his horse Rekindling finished ahead of Johannes Vermeer and Max Dynamite in what was a day of firsts at Flemington.
It was the first Tuesday in November and the crowds flocked into Flemington to see one of the more open races in the Cup's history and to hear Matt Hill's first call of the race that stops the nation.
Yeah, it's a big one, isn't it? And not the easiest race this year, but I've been looking forward to it. Probably been looking forward to it for 20 years, so it's a big one.
Joe Moreira was ruled out before the Cup after falling in race 4 and was replaced on Thomas Hobson by Ben Allen. However, the focus was on Marmello, who went out as the $7.10 favourite ahead of defending champion Al Mandan.
Stand by, and they're racing in the Melbourne Cup.
Early on, it was Cis Montone who led, ahead of Gallant, Boomtime, Marmello, Johannes Vermeer and Hartnell. However, as they turned for home, it was a battle between two. Johannes Vermeer, trained by Aidan O'Brien, taking the lead, with Rekindling, trained by son Joseph, chasing him down, both looking to win their first.
Johannes Vermeer, Rekindling wearing it down. Johannes Vermeer and Rekindling, stride for stride. Rekindling has won the Emirates Melbourne Cup. From in second place, Johannes Vermeer. Third, Max Dynamite. Then came Big Duke.
It was Rekindling giving Joseph O'Brien his first Melbourne Cup at the age of 24, becoming the youngest winning trainer in the history of the race.
Yeah, listen, I can't quite believe it yet. I'm just so thankful to Lloyd and to Nick. They suggested to bring him down, and prep went really good, and Corey gave him an unbelievable ride, and just so delighted for everyone and all the lads at home, and the lads that have been down here with him have done an unbelievable job. Mark and MJ and Shay, and like I say, all the lads at home all year round have done a great job with him, and I can't quite believe it.
It was Corey Brown's second after winning on Shocking in 2009.
Dino, I can't believe it, mate. Honestly, we chased, the manager and I chased the ride about 6 weeks ago. Obviously with the lightweight, I thought I'd be a big chance of getting on him, but mate, the Joseph O'Brien team, Team Williams, I just can't believe it, you know. Like, I've been back from overseas for about 9 months, slowly but surely getting back to where I was, but mate, again, I can't believe it.
And Lloyd Williams is 6th as an owner, who quinelled the race in the process.
Probably excited Bruce. It's okay, you know, I can't put it into words, to be perfectly honest. Just to do it with this 23-year-old, he's been taking this for a while, and I thought this horse had some chance because I thought his run in the Ledger was good, and I've been saying to people the 3-year-old form over there's been very good. You know, with the old in the Doncaster Cup, the Goodwood Cup.
It was truly a remarkable day for the race that stops the nation and captivates the world. Ryan Eckford, Fox Sports News 500.
It certainly was a remarkable day at Flemington, with Rekindling winning its first Melbourne Cup, Lloyd Williams winning his 6th Melbourne Cup as an owner, Corey Brown winning his 2nd Melbourne Cup as a jockey after winning on Shocking back in 2009. And what about Joseph O'Brien winning his first Melbourne Cup as a trainer at the age of just 24, becoming the youngest trainer to win the great race, and of course defeating his father Aidan O'Brien, who of course was training Johannes Vermeer, who led for most of the straight, the famous straight at Flemington, before Rekindling took over right at the very end to pip it at the post. And what about Matthew Hill, calling his first Melbourne Cup, delivering a terrific performance, and of course filling in the big shoes of Greg Miles, who called a record 36 Melbourne Cups, and before him Bill Collins called a record 34 Melbourne Cups. And of course Bill Collins was the hero of the likes of Greg Miles and also Bruce McAvaney, just to name a few. Before Bill Collins, Joe Brown called a record 33 Melbourne Cups, and Greg Miles followed in the shoes of Joe Brown as the ABC's head race caller. And before Joe Brown, Ken Howard called a record 32 Melbourne Cups, and of course Ken Howard was the hero of the likes of the great Ray Warren, just to name one. It certainly was a remarkable day with Lloyd winning his 6th Melbourne Cup, Corey Brown winning his 2nd, and what about Joseph O'Brien winning his 1st? It was truly a day to savour.